I'm going to Europe for 5 months. You heard that right. I'm going from beginning of August to end of December. 5 months. Yeah, let's talk about it. Hey baddies, what's up? I am going to Europe for 5 months. So this video is going to be I wanted to make notes on this video, but I didn't end up making notes. So I just want to talk about it. I wouldn't say it was an impulsive decision. I definitely thought about it and it had been something I wanted to do. I just finally actually booked the ticket now and booked some places I'm gonna stay. I don't have it fully planned out, but I have a good idea of what I'm doing. It definitely wasn't a thing where I was like, I want to go to Europe. Book for one way for 5 months, no plans, but it's also not fully structured, if that makes sense. So to give you guys a little rundown real quick of my plan, basically, I'm flying into Rome, Italy in the beginning of August, and then I will be staying with 5 of my friends for that month. And then after the month of August, I will be with only one of my friends for the next, I want to say, month and a half. And then after that, I will be on my own. At the end of the year, November, December, I will be staying most likely with some family I have in England. But October, beginning of November, I'm still trying to figure out where I'm gonna go, what I'm gonna do. I'm not rich by any means. I will be, but I'm not yet. And definitely have to keep money into account. So I'm saving, but 5 months is a long time. Oh, your girl cannot be paying for Airbnbs to stay in for a week. It's definitely balling on a budget. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen my college dropout video, but it's a worthwhile video. Go ahead and watch it. I basically just talk about my reasons for dropping out of college and blah, blah, blah. A big reason why I dropped out is because I want to travel. I hate the way dropped out sounds. Dropped out makes it sound so negative. I left. Personal decision, okay? Main reason is because I want to travel, and a lot of the programs that are in college where you're doing study abroad are super expensive, and also they're so structured, and I don't like that. I don't want to have to wake up at 8 a.m., go here at 9 a.m., go here at 12 p.m., go here and then be in bed by 9 p.m. Like, I don't want that. I want to be able to do things on my own time, have my own free will. More into why I booked this trip. I booked this trip because I, number one, am very over Los Angeles. I live in Los Angeles. I've lived in Los Angeles for the last 20 years of my life. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. It's fun for people who are visiting, but I'm not a fan of the culture. I'm not a fan of the prices. I'm not a fan of the people. I'm not a fan of the food. I'm no longer a fan. I'm no longer a supporter of LA. I need a break. I need to get out of my city. I need to wake up and see something new. Not the fly in my room. So that's a big reason why I'm taking this trip, is because I need a break from this city. I don't like it here. Sorry. Another big reason why I'm doing this trip, and for as long as I am, is because I feel very stagnant where I am, and I feel like I'm growing, but I'm not growing nearly as much as I should be and could be. I think that this will help me grow. I know that it's going to be a tough experience for me, just because for part of it, I am going to be alone, a big part of it, and that's going to be hard for me. I'm not used to that. So I think that that's something that I know I need to learn how to do, because I'm sure at some point in my life I'm going to have to live alone. So I need to learn to do that and not get freaked out and just be away from my family and not be freaked out, because right now everything's very accessible to me. I mean, I live at home, you know, if I need anything, even if I am at a friend's house or something, like I'm still close enough to them where if I need them, they could come to me. Everything's very accessible to me right now. And I think I need to learn to live when things might not be as accessible. And if I need something, I have to call people, but they can't just be there right away. Like, I think those are things I need to learn now, especially being 20, entering my 20s. That's something I need to learn. I need to grow in that sense of independence, because I think I can be independent, but I'm independent for like a 16-year-old standard. I'm not necessarily independent for like a 20 plus standard, if that makes sense. So I think I really just need to learn independence. Another reason why I'm taking this trip is because work. Not that I have a job or anything in Europe, but I'm a writer. I'm coming out with a book very, very soon. I feel like being a creative in general, or being someone that, I don't know, I don't really know how to explain it. Being someone that writes and stuff, there's a certain point where you just kind of need, you need to see new things. You need to experience new things in order to create new things. I mean, that makes sense. It's not that I'm not able to write, because I am. I mean, I write poetry almost every day. Like, I'm able to still write, but I feel like there's so much more I could be doing if I knew more, if I was seeing more, if I was meeting more people. I think, again, the only way to do that is by traveling. So I think that'll help me in the work aspect, because that's what I want to do as a career. I want to be an author, as well as I want to make videos. I won't say vlogger, but like, I don't know, I guess vlogger. Sure. I want to be a vlogger. I want to do videos and stuff. And I feel like the only way to really expand that, for me to feel motivated and feel like I have new ideas and stuff, is by experiencing new places and new people and new things. I think another reason that kind of goes along with the independence is responsibility. I'm responsible, but I do need to learn to be a lot more responsible. I lose a lot of things. I forget a lot of shit. Okay, hi guys. So I'm editing this video and I feel like I want to explain this a little better. So I'm gonna give you guys an example. The other day, I couldn't find my wallet, and this has happened many times before, so I wasn't really freaking out because I usually end up finding it, and I tend to get lucky a lot. Like, I'll literally find my wallet sitting in my front yard, I'll find it sitting in the street. Like, those are real life examples, like those have literally happened. Couldn't find my wallet anywhere. I was looking in the pockets of the pants I wore, I was trying to retrace my steps, I looked in my car, I couldn't find it anywhere, right? I'm looking and I'm thinking about it, and I remembered, I was like, I got Chipotle and I was with my friend and I didn't want to carry everything, so I put my keys, my wallet, everything into the Chipotle bag. And I was like, fuck, because I threw that away and my dad had taken out the trash the night before. I went outside, I put some gloves on, I went digging in the trash, I found the bag and my wallet was in the bag. Luckily, it was not a Thursday. The trash truck was not coming, because if that was the case, there would have been nothing I could do. All my cards, my ID, everything would have been in the dumpster, crushed up, gone. Obviously, that's not the end of the world. I mean, the biggest hassle would have to be getting a new ID. I mean, it would suck. It would suck. Like, I'd have to get a new ID. I'd have to get new credit card, new debit card. I don't carry cash like that, but still, I'd have to get all new shit. Like, you can do it, but it's difficult. Doing all that here in the US, where I'm from, with the help of my parents, would already be difficult. Me trying to do that in Europe by myself would be an entire different process. I could do it, but it would be a fucking nightmare, to say the least. This trip is going to force me to be more focused, because I definitely do not want to have to go through that. I don't want to have to go through that here, so I really don't want to have to go through it there. I know that I can be very careless, because I'm going to be carrying more than just a wallet while I'm there. I'm going to be carrying my passport. I'm going to be carrying cash, most likely. I'm going to be carrying things that I wouldn't necessarily carry every day here in the US. When it comes to responsibility, this is going to be like, okay, you need to focus, because you have one chance right now. You can't just drop something and it'll be there the next day. If I'm on a train and I drop all the shit out of my wallet, I can't go back to the train the next day and go get it. That's gone. You're done. This trip will force me to pay attention and be more responsible. Another key reason why I'm taking this trip is because I need to prove to myself that I'm able to do things I want to do. My parents aren't thrilled. This is not something that everyone's, especially the adults in my life, are super thrilled about. I need to prove to myself, just because maybe a majority of people in my life don't want me doing something doesn't mean that it's something I shouldn't do if it feels right. It's something that I really truly feel like I need to do, not something I want to do. It feels like something I need to do. I just have a really good feeling about it. I think it'll change a lot of things in my life. I think it'll change me, not even to be all spiritual and shit, but I truly think it'll be a spiritual experience for me. I need to prove to myself that I can do something without the validation of other people. Throughout my life, I've definitely been a yes man. I've definitely looked for validation. I've definitely looked for approval. And I think I'm finally entering a point in my life where I don't really care about that. I think that's just something that's important to me personally, that I can do it. Fuck the validation. Fuck what people have to say. I can do it if I want to do it, and I will. But then on the other side of that, in the back of my head, I'm kind of like, okay, what if, again, knock on wood, something happens and, for example, I run out of money? I have a lot of pride. I'm not going to want to call my parents. I'm not going to want to call someone because I want to prove I can do this on my own. I had this idea. I booked the trip. I can do this all on my own. So that mindset also kind of puts me in a position of where I don't want to ask for help if I need it. Although obviously my parents and the people in my life would definitely help me, but it's just an ego thing of like, I need to do this on my own. So I kind of have to find a balance within that. That's like, yes, I can do this on my own and I don't need validation, but also if I need help, I can ask for help. And help is not the same thing as validation. I am also very nervous. I'm extremely excited, and I'm more excited than I am nervous, but I'm definitely nervous. I've never done a trip like this. I've never even been out of the country. I don't even have my passport yet. The only time I traveled alone is doing like road trips. I don't really count that as traveling alone. So this is gonna be a big step, a big challenge, a big wake up call. I don't know, it's gonna be a lot of things for me. I'm nervous because that's scary being in a place that you've literally never been in. And yes, I'll be with friends for the first month, but after that, almost alone. That's scary. Like I'm nervous, as anyone would be. So I'm nervous about a lot of things, mainly money. I'm also obviously nervous about being a woman and traveling in Europe. Also, I'm a person with anxiety, so a lot of the things I'm nervous about most likely aren't really things to worry about. I am literally counting the days on the calendar for when I leave. I leave August 2nd. I am so happy and proud of myself for booking this trip because there are a lot of times that I've said, oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I never do it. And I've really been sticking to my word recently. This is huge. Like, this is a huge thing. And I did it. I booked the ticket. I saved the money. I bought it myself, my own money. Like, I'm so happy that I did it. I really am. Once I take this trip and I come back in December, I think I'm gonna want to travel more. This will kind of open me up to traveling more. I think 2023 and 2024 are gonna be my travel years, and I'm so excited. I think it's a great time in my life for me to be doing this, and I can't wait to share it with you guys because I'm gonna share it all. The wins, the L's. I think that's gonna be so fun for us to share my traveling journey together. I'm going to Europe for 5 months, and I'm excited and nervous and scared and shitting my pants and very extremely happy and counting the days. I just wanted to give you guys a little update. I love talking and I love giving advice and I love sharing my experiences and I love telling stories, and I think that's what I want this channel to be about. I love you guys, and I hope you guys are having a great day, night, week, year. If you're not, start today. Bye! I'll see you in the next video.